How are you doing? I'm live. Facebook tells me it's good. Don't need a doctor to tell me I'm alive. Just Facebook. So Facebook tells me it's good. Don't need a doctor to tell me I'm alive. Just Facebook. I was playing. It's going through the desk. 1, 2. If I let me see. Playing. Headphones. 1, 2. Going through the desk. There we go. It is a sunny day. Why do I know it's sunny? Because my blind is still not taking the sun away from me. It almost feels like part of me needs to put suntan lotion on inside of my own office. So as ever, I'm going to be putting the questions in the comments as I go. There's going to be 20 questions. You can write the answers down on a piece of paper as you go. You can say them to the screen. I don't have the setup with the app yet where you can press the buttons. Now, I might be doing that setup for the kids quiz anyway. A lot of people seem to like just being able to write it down and have that kind of fun, and I'm listening to that in the comments we get. So for now, we're just going to stick with the system we know. So it's general knowledge today. There's no theme. As ever, some of the questions might seem, hey, that's way too easy. That's for like the younger kids who might be watching this. I know what it's like when there's like 3 brothers and sisters. The youngest one doesn't get sometimes the youngest kid doesn't get to have as much input as the older kids. So some of them might seem a little bit easy, but that's for them, so that everyone's involved. As ever, I'll put the questions in the comments as I'm going, so that you can read them back if I'm going too fast, or if you joined the quiz a little bit late, you can scroll back. Question 1. What kind of animal was Abu in Aladdin? What kind of animal was Abu in Aladdin? You might have been watching a lot of kids or family films. I shouldn't call them kids films. They're family films. There's a lot to learn from all of them still. I haven't seen Aladdin in a long time. Now, you might have had, the adult in your family might have had to cut both of these over the last few weeks. But which grows faster, hair or toenails? Let's see if you notice that yourself. Which grows faster, your hair or your toenails? Now this next question involves a type of fruit or treat, I suppose, that isn't normally very popular with kids. I accept that, but you still have probably heard of them. What kind what kind of tree do prunes come from? Is it a plum tree or a prune plant? Is it a plum tree or a prune plant? Hello there to Liz, who's just tuned in, or I can never be sure if it's Liz or people using Liz's phone. Because obviously the kids taking part, you're using some adult in your house's Facebook connection. Question 4. What sport uses VAR? VAR. What sport uses VAR? Question 5. Do apes or monkeys have tails? Which of them have tails? Apes or monkeys? Question 6 is another animal question. Which bird is considered the symbol of peace? What bird is considered the symbol of peace? Now, question 7 isn't an animal, but I think we'd agree that it's a type of creature. What is the correct name of this Pokemon? Is it Rapid Ash, Rapid Stroll, or Rapid Crawl? Rapid Dash, Rapid Stroll, or Rapid Crawl? So I'm streaming on 4 different streaming platforms, so sometimes people message me on one, and that was me replying there. Another creature animal question. Trout, carp, and barracuda are all names of what? Are all types of what? I suppose I could keep calling every question a creature question, couldn't I? Because everything involves a creature. Humans or... No, not everything. Gravity doesn't involve a creature. There we go, that's at least one thing I can think of. But this is a made-up story that involves creatures. What is the name of the school that Harry Potter and his friends attend? What is the name of the school that Harry Potter and his friends attend? Or attended, I suppose. Because they have, spoiler alert, they don't stay in school forever, they do grow up. Hope that doesn't ruin it for you. Question 10. Where are the Giza pyramids? What country now? You don't have to give me the exact address. Even though I have the feeling if you sent a postcard to Ronan at the Giza pyramids, the post office would eventually get it to the Giza pyramids. And then again, I don't think people live there, so it's kind of the same issue anyway. Question 11. In The Wizard of Oz, what did the lion want from The Wizard of Oz? So they go down the yellow brick road, they all want to, Dorothy wants to get home. The Tin Man wants a heart, I think, is it? Yeah. But what did the lion want? Question 12. What kind of artist was Harry Houdini? You might have heard of him. If you don't know the answer, when I give you the answer at the end, he's definitely worth. There's not even much footage of him on YouTube, but you should definitely read up on him because he's from the past. Now I know for kids, 2005 is the past, but he was from a very exciting time when they just had cameras, like photo cameras and barely video cameras. So people writing about things was, the describing of them was how important it was. So people would be reading about Harry Houdini's feats. Not his feet, but his feats. Question 13. The word, I need to take a run up on this now to make sure I get it right. I take a deep breath. The word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious comes from which film? Shrek, Mary Poppins, or Into the West? Shrek, Mary Poppins, or Into the West? Question a cardiac. Question 14. What is the Irish word for football? Eg immert what? If you're playing something, the sport football, what is the name for it? Yeah, the sport of football. I'm not talking about I kicked the football into the garden. After forgetting what is the word for that? Better look that up again. Question 15. What is the name of Peppa Pig's best friend? What is the name of Peppa Pig's best friend? Now, question 16. Since this whole lockdown, it feels like there's a 1,000 days in a week. But I'm going by the calendar now. How many days are there in March? How many days are there in March? Question 17 is another number answer actually. How many colours are there in Ireland's national flag? How many colours are there in Ireland's national flag? As ever, we're going at a fast pace, but when when people send in their comments and their feedback, people don't say it's going too fast. So maybe people like it. I like it at this pace, and it is my quiz, so I can do what I want. But I like to hear what people want. Question 18. Which comic book crusader? So which comic book character was the Caped Crusader? Which comic book character was the Caped Crusader? Or is known as the Caked. Oh, you wouldn't fit into any situation, the Caked Crusader. I might remember that for a comic book of my own. Question 19. What is 12 plus 7? Question 19. What is 12 plus 7? Question 20. Now I know most people doing the quiz are in Ireland, so this might be easy enough. If you don't live in Ireland, we leave you off. You don't need to know this, but you should know this. Particularly if you ever visit where I live, not my house, but the town I live in, the city I live in. What province is Cork in? What province of Ireland is Cork in? Question 21. I always love these kind of questions because it reminds me of one of my favourite jokes. But what do you call baby goats? What do you call baby goats? Anything you want. They don't speak English. What do you call baby goats? Complete the name, or title I suppose, of this book by David Walliams. Gangsta blank. Complete the name of this book by David Walliams. Gangsta blank. Question 23. Funnily enough, this person, some of you might remember the quiz from Monday. This person interrupted my quiz because, well, they were doing their job, which is fair enough. But what do you call the person who brings a letter to your home or your packages? What do you call the person who brings a letter or packages to your home? Now, the last two questions are true or false questions, so it's easy enough. True or false? 100 plus 72 equals 7,200. 100 plus 72 equals 7,200 or 7,200. Question 25. You might have been doing your geography. You might be reading up in your atlas. One of my favourite ways when I was a kid, because we didn't have the internet when I was a kid, is just looking at the atlas and just making connections and going, oh, that's near there and all that. True or false? Sweden is the largest country in Scandinavia, and that's in terms of like geography, in terms of how much space it has. So a reminder once again that I suggest that the kids get 10 cents per correct answer from the adults in the house. Now, I'm not saying it has to happen. There's no way of me checking it. Excuse me. I always yawn, huh? It's my catchphrase. There's no way of me checking this or anything. But if you would like to do that and then save up all the money, and at the end of all this you can spend it all in a local shop. Okay, I will give you the answers now. Maybe you just need, if you need one more moment to go over them, that's fine. Let's say you're grand. As usual, this isn't a handwriting competition. It's not a spelling competition. Now, they're both very important, but this is just about answers. So I'm not going to be spelling out the answers or anything. If you wrote it and you're happy with the word, it's cool with me. Question 1. What kind of animal was Abu in Aladdin? He was a monkey. Which grows faster, hair or toenails? Hair. What kind of tree does a prune come from? Now, there was kind of a little clue in the question. A plum tree or a prune plant. Only one of them was a tree. A plum tree. What sport uses VAR? It would be football or soccer. The video assistant referee. So soccer with 11 men, and only the goalkeeper can use their hand. I know some people call that football, and we'll get to that in a bit. A lot of people in Ireland call it soccer. I call it soccer. Do apes or monkeys have tails? Monkeys have tails. What bird is considered the symbol of peace? It's the dove. What is the correct name of the Pokemon? Is it Rapid Dash, Rapid Stroll, or Rapid Crawl? It was Rapid Dash. Trout, carp, and barracuda are all names of fish. The name of the school that Harry Potter and his friends go to is Hogwarts. The Giza pyramids are in Egypt. In The Wizard of Oz, what did the lion want? He wanted courage. And he had it all along. What type of artist was Harry Houdini? He was an escape artist, or an escapologist. Now, if you said magician, I'll give it to you. But his speciality was escaping from things. And when I was joking earlier that his feats are incredible, but not his feet. His feet were used in a lot of the escaping. So, there we go. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is from Mary Poppins. The Irish word for football is pell. Now, I know in some parts of Ireland we'd say ag immer pella. So pell or pella are both fine. Peppa Pig's best friend is Susie Sheep. How many days in March? There are 31 days in March. How many colours in the Irish flag? There's 3 colours in the Irish flag. What comic book character is known as the Caped Crusader? It is Batman. Batman. Question 19. 12 plus 7 equals 19. Sorry. It was a funny joke when I put it together. What province is Cork in? It's in Munster. What do you call baby goats? They're kids. What do you call the name of this book by David Walliams? It's Gangster Granny. Granny was the answer now. What do you call a person who brings a letter to your home? It's the postman. 100 plus 72 does not equal 7200. It equals 172. And true or false, Sweden is the largest country in Scandinavia. It's true. It's huge. Well, certainly compared to the other countries. So guys, there we go. 21 minutes. 25 questions, 21 minutes. That felt like a good time. I'm on again tomorrow on Friday, 10:30, 10:30, Irish time. I hope you're enjoying them. Let me know in the comments how you got on, what scores you got, stuff like that. And I will talk to you